Hey everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com, joined by Andrew and Ross. And I'm so frantic and manic and excited because we are days away from All Out. AEW All Out 2024.
Days away.
How are you feeling ahead of the show?
I think they've actually built... I know there's not that many matches on the card at the moment, but I think the ones that they've got on there, they've built quite well because they sort of like laid the seeds out before All In, and now they're sort of seeing the reaping what they have sowed.
Yes, I would agree. I still don't think there's enough of a gap between the two, but given the situation, I think they've done all right. Ross, what do you think?
I much agree with what you've just said there.
Cool.
That's no more needs to be said.
Right then.
Nothing at all.
See ya.
Thanks very much, everyone, for joining. We have 9 pitches ready for you, 3 each, and we're going to go around in a circle. Ross, then Andrew, then myself. And we'll be left with 9 wonderful pitches. But remember the golden rule. It's not what we think's going to happen.
It's what we want to happen.
Ross, your first pitch.
Did you catch Joel there? The little nod of approval when we're doing the catchphrase. Look at him go.
Does he love it?
Really
I think Adam mentioned that before as well.
Yeah.
Like, look at Joel behind
like
the camera
joining
nodding
in.
along.
You're joining in.
He loves the jingle.
It's like CBeebies, isn't it? Again. Ross, your first pitch,
right.
please.
Pac and Ospreay go and have a
Sorry,
massive...
Joel, can you just mute your mic there, please? You just
Yes,
kept,
sir.
I've noticed you've kept the volume up there.
He was ready to.
He was ready to jump in.
Why?
Pipe bomb.
Yeah, why?
Why, Joel? Turn it back on and tell me why.
I always just have it on just in case,
Oh,
All
sorry.
right, you can
hello.
turn it off again.
Okay.
Joel, you should join in with the "It's what we want to happen" from
Yeah,
that.
maybe
you
next
should.
I
time.
think that would
yeah.
be quite nice.
We
That
should
would
do
be
it.
fun,
Should we do it again?
Remember the golden rule. It's not what we think's going to happen.
It's what we want to happen.
How did it feel?
Ah, that was special.
Yeah.
Right. Pac and Ospreay go and have a massive wrestle wank that lasts somewhere in the region of 20 to 25 minutes. We're all blown away by what we're seeing because that's what these two lads do. But ultimately, Ospreay is the one who comes out on top because obviously he probably should do at this point in the world's history. After the bell, though, we see Claudio Castagnoli and the great Yuta himself hit the ring and start to hammer Ospreay because on tonight's Dynamite, which is in the future from us sat here and the future from this video going live, but could be in the past by the time you see this video, we see Pac officially welcomed into the BCC where he gets his new uniform and his work email and everything like that. Claudio and the great Yuta are going to town on Ospreay, but Pac is just stood there watching them with a face like a smackdoss because that's what he has on his face. Just a face like a smackdoss. Claudio and Yuta are like, come on, Pac, come in and join the fun because working together, we'll get the job done. Pac runs over where the lads are battering Ospreay in the corner and gets a couple of kicks in before wablam! Sorry for headphone listeners around the world. The bastard kicks the great Yuta in the head and clotheslines Claudio over the top rope. The BCC lads are stunned as Pac gets on the mic and says, "Yee! You didn't fight the battles of the bastard, you couple of scallywags. If this is going to work out, you need to let the bastard do the bastard things on his own bastard time." Ospreay's still
Very
down
good.
in the corner.
Sounds Welsh almost.
When I said do that, I was like, that's not how he does the do, is it?
No, but the way you ended it was very accurate.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Trails
Been
off at the
practicing
end
like my Donald Trump.
there. Okay.
Ospreay's still down in the corner watching this all unfold as the great Yuta and Claudio get back up on the floor and back into the ring. Claudio goes to shake Pac's hand as they want to do right by their new man, but ratata! In the words of Baby Metal, apparently. Claudio hits a Rainmaker uppercut, I'm calling it, as now the great Yuta and he lay the boots in on Pac. What the hell's going on? Chants of Ospreay. Now fill the arena and Will gets up and beats the two BCC lads out of the ring to send them fleeing to the back. Pac is now coming around and getting back to his feet, and there's a bit of a standoff between him and Will Ospreay. The crowd start chanting, "Hug it out, hug it out, hug it out." And Ospreay, being the crowd pleaser that he is, just grabs Pac and gives him a big dirty hug.
Aw.
He gets the mic, does Will Ospreay, says, "Oi, bruv, this is gonna be I'm not gonna bother doing the accent. This is gonna be mint, innit? We can have our own British invasion stable. We'll get little Tommy B involved. Mariah May, crowd boo, she can be involved too, I guess. And I've got a name, bruv. It's powerful. It's UK." UK.
As in, are you okay? But
You
also,
okay?
We could be
Yes.
beating down people, continues Ospreay, and ask them at the end, UK, but also saying, we're from, well, if you listen to a podcast, Bosh, UK, we don't care though, because we are UK. Pat gets the mic and ends the segment by saying, well, I guess that rules out Kip Sabian then, because I don't want to be associated with you, Kip. See you next week, bye, lad.
Oh, Kip. Aye.
And that's the end of the segment, because Kip's English, isn't he?
Yeah, but you can't have him
him.
because of UK. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Andrew?
I need to give Andrew some credit, because I ran this round the room yesterday just saying UK, the name, seeing what people thought.
You knew about this?
And Andrew was like, what did you say, Andrew? I'll
I
give you all the credit.
said, well, Kip Sabian best not join then, because then he'll be UK.
So this is a collaborative effort in a
Well,
way.
the last
Well,
line.
no. That was literally just that
Yeah.
bit. The rest is...
I suppose it's like, I'm trying to think of a song where like they've sampled just one tiny bit of a different song, but the rest of the song's original.
Yeah.
And you're the
The
little bit.
Yeah.
He is the little bit.
I am the little bit.
That should be your nickname from now on.
The little bit.
The little bit, Andrew Dingle.
I
Whizzle Wazzle, and then a new faction's formed, kind of. I'm thinking more Wolf Dogs, the early days of Wolf
Oh,
Dogs.
hello.
Where Bron Breakker was all in, Baron Corbin was like, meh, 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 meh. Then eventually just their sheer banter brings them closer together.
The thing is, I'm a bit confused because you've portrayed them here as they're kind of I can't work out if they're heels or faces because you seem like you really want to cheer them, but they're doing quite heelish things.
It's AEW.
Oh, what-
There's
but,
shades of grey.
but,
You make your own mind up as the fan.
Claudio and Yuta, they were the ones first, right? That attacked first. Therefore, they are the heels.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Pax is in the, especially now. He's just this tweener guy, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know what to think of it.
It's brilliant, is what you need to think. It's wonderful.
Unfortunately, I'm going to give it a no, despite enjoying
Jesus
it.
Christ.
I'm sorry.
That name. How are?
Yeah, that was fun. That was definitely
UK?
That's
Oh, I don't care,
That's
because
really
we
good.
are UK.
The inflection that you use is so un-Ross when you do that. I can't. It's weird that it's coming out of your mouth.
Why?
I've
I'm
never
a very
heard you.
caring guy.
I know, no, it's not the words themselves. It's the noise of it.
UK?
No, it's a no from me, but I enjoy it anyway.
I'm gonna give it.
Oh, he's going to say no as well.
He wants to give it a no, but now that I've given it a no, he's like, I
I don't want to give it a
can't.
no because I would like to see Pac and Osprey in some sort of stable. My only thing would be, and maybe you would think, well, it doesn't really matter because we don't really care about those titles so much anyway, would be what happens to the trio titles then.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Ooh.
The only thing.
But ultimately.
Well, then it's a yes, ultimately. UK?
UK.
I'm K. Are you
UK,
K?
Joel?
I'm Kay.
This is the best series on this channel. Andrew, can you follow
Yes.
that up? I see a lot
I
of
don't know
text.
if I can. It's a very.
Oh, I lost my. Obviously, you missed out on the last one, Ross. I lost my temper at Andrew at one point.
I wonder why.
He was doing his. I said it was very. You know how Andrew can really get inside the dialogue and the style of Triple H's booking and everything, and he was saying that Rhea hoists up Liv and she's finally going to hit it. Or Dom finally going to hit him with the Riptide. The crowd really want to see it, and I went, Andrew, man! And you'll know what? He didn't do it to make way for a Raquel Rodriguez return. And I don't think me and Adam really particularly...
Raquel Rodriguez.
It's okay. The one before that was better.
You did good
The
ones.
one before
yeah,
that
it
was
they were
better.
good ones. So, but what's this one like?
This one is more of a. I feel like I haven't done a dialogue heavy one in a little bit.
No, I
This
feel
is
like...
more. Well, okay. Yeah, no,
Ross is... for anyone just listening to this, Ross looked like, I am being lied to right now. This is a lie.
Every pitch we hear not only what they say, but also what they think they say before they say and after they say.
Maybe it's something along the line of that.
What? I wish that... No, I don't want to suggest this because then you'll do it and I don't want to give you more work.
Okay.
One time I wish that you could write out a script and we'd all take a role and we'd all read it through like at school, like a play.
That's
he
such
loves
a good
it.
idea, isn't it?
No, because it's so much
What's the
extra
next-
work
what's the
for
next
you.
show?
That's such a good idea.
What's the next show?
The next show will
Is
be
it
Bad
Bad
Blood.
Blood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Metro Boomin.
We could have some kind of musical in the cell.
Yo, Metro, yo, Metro.
Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we head to the closing moments of the 0 Hour pre-show, Renee Paquette and RJ City are getting ready to transition us towards the main show when the cameras cut backstage to Marina Shafir battering the life out of security and backstage personnel as Jon Moxley casually saunters behind the destruction as he does. Moxley looks directly down the camera and says, "I told you I wouldn't be a hard man to find, Darby, so what's your excuse?" And that's when Darby just rushes Moxley from behind as the pre-show concludes. So we cut to the main card, and it opens up with the two of them brawling through the crowd. It's a hot start. Darby,
Jack the Jobber there.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
Patented
That's
meat,
it.
yeah.
The most upvoted post on Reddit
Ever. Any subreddit, yeah.
Ever. It's a hot start. Darby sends Moxley over the barricades, hops up onto it to hit a coffin drop, but is met with a steel chair to the back as he tries to connect. Darby's back is still pretty messed up from All In's coffin match a few weeks ago, and strangely we can see some disdain on the face of Moxley for even hitting him with the chair in the first place. Moxley rolls Darby into the ring, and as Darby tries to scramble towards John, he just nods as Shafir picks Allen up off the canvas and hits two vicious backdrop backbreakers. She does a good job with them. I like them. Yeah. Does it deter Darby though? Of course it doesn't. As he once again painstakingly tries to crawl towards Moxley, who now just has this exacerbated look on his face. He nods again to Marina, who we see retrieve a hefty steel chain from under the ring. She gets back in the ring. She wraps it around Darby's throat and tosses him over the top rope while still holding on to it with the chain, which sees Darby just hanging there. And then Mox gets out of the ring, he grabs a mic and he cuts a promo. He says he just wanted to talk to Darby. Mox was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but it seems like this is the only way to get Darby to really listen. And that's bloody Darby's problem, isn't it? He never listens. It's always Darby Allin versus the world. But it doesn't have to be that way. It's been 4 years since I defended the AEW World title against you, and what did I say after that match, Darby? I said, one day, you're going to be a world champion, and here we are. He did, yeah.
Fair enough.
And here we are, 4 years later, nothing has changed. He refers to that little phrase that he said last week. He said, "Thou shalt not cast pearls before swine. You should not waste things of value on those who won't appreciate them." Darby, you know you've got a world title match coming up, and yet you continuously do stupid SH1T like this, when all I wanted to do was talk and help you realize your potential, young man. Your arrogance of thinking you're immortal will be your downfall. Until you open your eyes, you'll never truly reach that full potential. I have a feeling you wouldn't listen to me, just like in the past. So I'm going to give you no choice but to really sit and think on it. Time to start teaching that lesson in humility. Moxley nods, and Shafir drags Darby back into the ring with the chain. She unravels it and leaves both the chain and Darby in a heap in the middle of the ring. John enters, and he hits a Death Rider on Darby on top of the chain. Then another one. And then another one. With Darby bloody and lifeless on the canvas, Moxley takes the mic one more time and says, 4 years ago, I said I wanted to ride with you. And the offer still stands, and he just drops the microphone onto Darby and leaves the ring all like this. Kim Possible.
Music kicks in.
Da-da-da-da.
If you want to go and take a ride with me, 3 win on the 4. Yeah.
That's the one.
Hey!
Must be money.
Must be money. Mercedes Money's theme song.
Oh!
Yeah, that's
So last week, I compared Andrew to Amir Khan.
How?
Works out the style of that. So my dad once was watching I was once watching boxing with my dad when Amir Khan was like a young amateur, and he said such a dad thing, and he went like, "Oh, he can figure out the style of his opponent really fast." And I thought, how can my dad know that? He's not a boxer.
He didn't towards the end of his career.
But this was when he was like the Commonwealth or the Olympics,
Yeah.
and he was working out the style of his opponents. Andrew works out the style of Triple H, I said last week, but this time, even with only the slightest bit of information as we sit here today to go on, you've given Moxley's stable or new thing a flavour, a direction. I'm hoping there's a wider plan behind it.
There is.
Fair enough.
Do you want me to say it or not?
If
So it basically just, I guess, I would like to see Darby maybe join this thing and maybe change up his character a little bit, because I think Darby's amazing, but he obviously...
He's been the same since he started.
He's been the same, and I think something a little bit different, making him realise that, I do have these big title matches coming up, and yet I still do all this daft stuff.
If it doesn't quite work out, or if people get sick of heelish Darby, you can always rise up against Moxley and say,
yeah.
I'd say yes from me. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
As yes for me as well.
Oh, thank you.
I felt like I was in that ring with them.
That was, it was very good.
Yeah.
That's one of your stronger ones in recent memory, I'd say.
Wow, well, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you.
Very good.
I was like, well, I'm being genuine.
I'm
man.
being genuine.
No, it's just Ross's laugh made me feel like maybe he thought I was being disingenuous.
No.
Why would I feel that after the quiz we did yesterday?
Oh, here we go.
Why would I feel that way?
I can't be having this.
Check out the-
I revised so hard.
Check out
I've
the-
said multiple times.
Check out the music quiz on Cultaholic's YouTube channel.
Dropped my papers.
Don't worry, Owen will pick it up for you.
Oh, he's shooting.
Stop it!
Oh.
Stop it!
Bryan Danielson versus Jack Perry. It's the main event, of course. And despite several instances of rule breaking from the elite man, Danielson still picks up the win with the Psycho knee and retains his title. Perry doesn't take this well and savagely attacks Bryan's ribs with a chair after the match. He leaves through the Chicago crowd and he's shaking his fist at them all. Ooh, you horrible Chicago crowd. Ooh, I've put. My dialogue's not as strong as...
I like it.
Bryan is really struggling in the ring, but the referee helps him to his feet. And here comes Christian Cage from behind as Bryan turns straight into a spear. Unprettier or kill switch on the chair. He hands the referee the contract that he won at All In because he wants his title shot right now. Oh no, says everybody. Not only is Danielson's title reign in trouble, but his full-time wrestling career as well.
Everybody says that in unison in the crowd.
Yeah. Maybe Excalibur makes more sense. The bell rings and Christian makes the cover. The referee reluctantly makes the count. 1, 2. No! Bryan kicks out and Christian can't believe it. He complains to the referee saying, that was 3, and bends down to pick up Bryan. Roll up from Bryan. 1, 2. No.
Oh, I'm excited.
Christian's very angry about this and stomps away at Bryan's ribs. Uska, Uska, I've written. Uska. I don't know why I've written that. He drags him up for another kill switch, but Bryan summons all his strength and runs him into the corner of the ring where Christian does the Bret Hart bump in the chest first in the turnbuckle. Christian staggers back. Schoolboy from Bryan. 1, 2. No! This is awesome. This is awesome. Because I've noticed that fans start chanting this is awesome after false finishes.
Yes.
That's like the cue
Yeah.
now for like, this is awesome. However, I shouldn't have paused there. Sorry. 1, 2, no. Bryan instantly into the label lock, though. He floats over and he's got Christian trapped. Here comes the patriarchy to distract the referee, though, just as Christian taps out. He doesn't see the submission. Bryan breaks the hold and staggers over to get the referee's attention. Christian goes for a low blow from behind, but Bryan knows what's coming and he catches his hand between his legs. He knew he was going to do this because it's Christian Cage. He twists Christian into another label lock, and this time the referee is on hand to spot the submission and call for the bell. Hooray, hooray!
Hooray!
The reason I did this pitch is because a lot of people think that the main event of All Out is quite underwhelming. Jack Perry's quite an underwhelming challenger at this stage of his career, and given that this is Bryan's last world title run ever, and people want it to be big and full of star-studded matches, and it doesn't feel like Jack Perry quite fits the bill. So I think maybe they could actually do this just to have Bryan beat 2 people in one night. And someone who's never going to lose momentum from losing to Bryan, even though Bryan's tired, is Christian Cage, because everyone wants to see him get his comeuppance.
Oh, I do like a 2-for-1 right there. That's good.
The second match isn't much of a match, is it?
But do you know why I also like it too? I think because maybe if people sort of think that Danielson's title reign might not be super long, we're getting as much out of it as we possibly can before that title change happens as well.
You say we're getting more bang for our buck.
Bling, bling, and the piano starts. And
Is that their theme tune?
Yeah, yeah.
Bling, 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 yeah.
Bling,
That's how it
bling,
starts,
bling.
yeah.
Doodly, 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 doodly,
Well, I mean-
doodly.
Both got that one right. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Just Takeshita's, I can't believe you get right, yeah.
Very generic at the start. You played Takeshita's for me. I've never heard that riff in my life.
That is Takeshita's riff.
I thought it was more...
It gets to that.
I'm doing Pac's old one.
It gets to all the wee
Okay.
later. He's got an intro bit first, and then it sounds quite like fighting.
I like
gamey.
Jack's pitch a lot.
Yes, I like it as well. Sorry. I'm trying to justify. No, I like your pitch a lot as well.
Thank you.
Yes,
Cheers.
so it's a yes from me.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit to and with the criticisms that Perry's not the guy.
Yeah?
Because on Raw, we've got Sami Zayn going, I pinned you, Gunter, therefore I wrestle you. Perry did the same to Danielson, didn't he?
When?
I think he's the last guy to pin Danielson, wasn't he?
Really?
I think he was.
Oh.
Joel, would you mind Googling that in the background? I haven't got the song lined up.
Oh, I was
though.
going to say.
Joel is Googling.
Clicking all of the pictures. Will he find what he is
looking
looking for?
for.
Nobody can be sure. I'm sure that's right, though. I might be wrong. I don't know.
Even if he wasn't the last person to, the fact that he's done it.
Gives him license to. But I like
Yes.
the 2 for 1 aspect of it. I'll go with mine while Joe's Googling.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll go for Hangman Swerve. Throughout the match, we see Hangman's wife at ringside with child number 1, 3 years of age, in her arms, and child number 2, a matter of weeks or months old, we're not quite sure at this stage, in a pram, or as you Americans like to call them, buggy. Just next to her in a seat at ringside there.
I always thought a pram was the bigger one for more newborn babies.
Don't say there's a
and then
difference, is
buggy
there?
I don't
was-
think-
A buggy was the more...
Is there a difference?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
No, did it all for the buggy anyway.
I thought they called it a...
Your pushchair, pram, buggy.
The Americans call it a pushchair, surely.
Pushchair? I've heard buggy.
Yeah, they're buggy.
Buggy.
Maybe pushchair and buggy, and then.
I thought a buggy was when you're a toddler and you
A
sit in
child
the middle.
transporting device.
Yes.
Throughout the match, we see Prince Nana going over to Hangman's wife and the kids and doing his dance in front of them with a pooh-eating look on his face and being a general menace. All just like Danielson did. Have you found the answer, Joel?
Yeah, Will Ospreay was the last person who beat Brian.
But he has pinned him in the past. Please say it's true, Joel. Please
Yeah, I
say
think he's
it's
pinned
true.
him in the past, yeah.
God for that. Anyway, got it a bit wrong, but you know what I'm saying. Just like Danielson did a couple of times during that main event at Wembley with Swerve, we see Hangman turn to his family and do the Richard Hillman thing before doing something dastardly. I love you! When then we saw Danielson kill Swerve, but then Hangman will get a screwdriver or something and put it in Swerve's eye. You know what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
wow.
it's a twisted version of it.
Yes. After a while, with Hangman on top, we see Nana dive into the crowd with Hangman's family, and quicker than you can say, Prince Nana's
Oh,
coffee
God.
cup. The prince has stolen the pram, the pushchair, the
What?
buggy with the youngest child in it, and has danced his merry way to the back. A minute or two later, Nana is coming back down the ramp with the pram / buggy / pushchair, and stands at the ringside area, but not with the family, just in the sort of aisleway at the ringside area, with the sweet little baby child clearly still inside the pram. A moment later, Nana has picked up the child and is holding the sweet baby child in his arms, rocking it back and forth, being a caring yet arsehole
But
about
is
this
he
entire situation.
Rocking it while like dancing.
Yeah, doing his little face and whatnot. Hangman is going radio rental inside the cage, but he can't get out because every single time he tries to leave, Swerve is stopping him from doing so, and Nano's going what on the outside of the ring. Eventually, we get to the moment where Swerve is down long enough that Hangman can start climbing the cage wall. When he gets halfway up, Nana yeets the baby.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for
Oh,
that.
no
He
way.
yeets the baby.
No way. He's been backstage.
He's been backstage.
Let me finish. He eats the baby over the cage wall and it's heading for that center of the ring. It's going to be a devastating splat. In the same moment, Hangman, in an attempt to save the life of his actual real child, dives and attempts to do a wonderful catch like Monty Panesar on the boundary rope
Oh.
back in 2007.
Not a great fielder, typically.
No, that's why I picked him.
Oh.
Because will he get there? Will he not? Nobody can be sure. But in the motion of this full-length, stretched out Superman dive from Hangman, Swerve is on hand to hit the most devastating house call we've ever seen in midair. The baby hits the ring mat with a devastating splat. Splat! And a laughing Swerve rolls over for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Swerve picks up this now deceased baby, still wrapped in blanket, and points to the Tron, where we see a cameraman shoot Swerve Strickland's dressing room door, looks inside, and Hangman's actual baby
Oh, thank
is in a
God.
nice cot, looking all comfy, fast asleep. Oh, bless him and all that. Swerve then takes the I said the wrapping. Swerve takes the blanket off the fake baby in the ring and boots it over the cage wall
it's
towards
like a
Hangman's
doll or
wife.
something.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a potato or
No,
a
just
cake.
one of those lifelike dolls. We're going full in with this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And he boots the fake child towards Hangman's wife and child, who are also in floods of tears at ringside. Nana and Swerve laugh their asses off to the back. And we build to yet another match between Hangman and Swerve.
So they've just kidnapped the bit. Is that going to be the bargaining chip for the other matches?
They don't keep
Is
the baby.
No, they're not going to keep the baby.
Oh, okay.
Wait, they
sorry,
do?
sorry.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I need to explain that, do they?
I don't know.
That's too far.
Okay. Sorry.
But what
But
Ross has done,
pretending to have the real baby but
Yes.
be fake. I think that's on the line.
I really
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
we were going to get a callback. I thought Chips in the like George Mears and.
I mean, if anything, the baby would fit through one of the.
Oh yeah.
One of the
just
holes in there. Where the camera goes. And you...
little in it.
It's obviously it's
a wonderful
it's
yes.
a yes from me.
Yeah.
It's a slice of puroresu, as the Japanese would call it.
Yeah.
It's
Is that full of
puroresu.
baby?
Yeah, Noki would love this.
Yeah.
It's a yes from me.
Giant Barber, literally.
Giant
Giant
Barber.
baby.
Giant cold baby,
I'd
yeah.
love that as
Can we
well.
heat him over the cage?
I don't think so. He's a big boy.
Yes. Again, also, I think as absurd as that pitch may be, within the context of the drama of this feud, I like it a lot.
I was thinking because Swerve obviously had to go a little bit more heelish in his feud with Danielson.
Yes.
It's the sort of dastardly thing he would do, but people still think he was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think he was cool. Pretend to have a real baby.
I'd be conflicted, but I know that I feel like Matthew would love it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Matthew can't wait for Swerve to beat Hangman again.
Really?
He really wants him to, yeah. Matthew loves a storyline where a face keeps getting beaten by a heel. He loves it. Yeah.
Oh.
And then he loves when the babyface goes, yeah.
Anyway.
Cool. That was good. That was
Cheers,
really
Andrew.
good.
Yeah, really good one.
I am going for Pac versus Ospreay for this one. After an incredibly fast-paced back and forth between the two, the end comes when Pac hits the Avalanche Falcon Arrow. He goes up top and he looks to hit the Black Arrow as well, but Ospreay gets his knees up as Pac sells the impact. Ospreay gears up and goes for the hidden blade, but Pac counters it into a brutalizer in the middle of the ring.
Oh, lovely counter. I can imagine it in my head.
Oh, I reckon it might happen. Who knows? Ospreay struggles his way over to the ropes in dramatic fashion to break the hold, but Pac manages to roll the move back into the center of the ring. Will has nowhere to go and he starts to fade. The ref raises his arm, drops it once. It drops twice, but not a third time. Oh no, as Ospreay stays in the game. He manages to shift his momentum as Pac still has the brutalizer in, pinning the challenger's shoulders down for the 1-2-3. Will Ospreay retains the championship. Now, Pac, however, is frustrated at himself, and understandably so. But after such a great competitive match that has the audience on their feet, Will extends out his hand as a sign of mutual respect for two of the best at their craft.
Can I do the dialogue for that bit? UK.
There we go. There, you see, it all it blends together.
Yeah,
Jack.
yeah, it does, yeah.
Pac is reluctant to Pac is reluctant to start with, but accepts the handshake, and then he low blows Will with a swift kick to the Ospreay's
what a
nutty, but
bastard.
he's a bastard, isn't he? Pac heads to the outside, he pulls apart the ring steps, and he tosses them into the ring, and looks to powerbomb the aerial assassin upon them. The bastard gets Will into position when Ricochet's music hits. Oh, pew, 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 pew. Pac gets out of there, he heads up the ramp, and as Ricochet darts to the rescue of his friend. Ricochet helps Will to his feet. The crowd are elated after such an incredible match, and he raises the champion's arm, only for Ricochet to hit a super kick on Will Ospreay out of nowhere. You what? Will drops to the canvas. Ricochet looks on at what he's done. He looks back at Pac, who still stands on the ramp, but he's now got a lovely smile on his face, seeing what's playing out before him. And then Ricochet looks back to Ospreay. He picks him up and he hits that nice vertigo reverse DDT on the steps.
Vertigo.
That's what it's called, the vertigo, where he gets him by a
Bang.
reverse
Okay,
DDT,
yeah,
boom,
yeah.
to solidify a heel turn.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I thought you were going for a triple threat setup there, but...
Well, I mean, we could
do
very
that
well
as
do
We could
because
do
he's
that,
not
yeah.
aligned himself with
Ah.
Pac. He's just like, you know what I mean?
Very nice indeed.
Yeah.
I like a very different tone to the first one that you did.
Oh, yes.
But I like it as well.
Thank you.
It's a yes from me. I have no further complaints.
I think
you
there's a
very
fair chance that actually happens IRL.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Do you think
I don't
Ricochet is
know.
just such a good guy? He's more of a
I don't
heel.
know. There's always when you're that confident. There's
Bit
always
smug.
something. Yeah. There's always
I think
something
he
underlying.
always spoke about how WWE never turned him heel as well. So maybe it's something that he would like to do.
I'm not saying that high flyers can't be heels,
Mm.
but his style of everything is so smooth and
Yeah.
perfect. It's like, yeah.
Do you reckon he'll switch it up then? If he did turn heel,
Starts
do you reckon
botching.
he'll start? Oh, yeah. I mean, just switches up his moveset a little bit.
Well, I don't know if I even
just
wanna
more
see
ground and.
I
You can
just
still
think-
do all that while being a heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Who
can.
eating heel?
Sammy Guevara style,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but without the
Controversy. Yeah.
Yes.
and
The teeth.
We came on your belt. and Sort of,
Oh right, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, don't do that.
That was-
Ricochet.
Do you remember that? And everyone expected everyone to go, "Yay, you're the good guy." Yeah, that was weird. No, good one, good one, Andrew. Sorry for
Thank you.
taking that in a weird direction. My second pitch is called Additional Match.
Oh.
Earlier in the night, we cut backstage and we see Claudio Castagnoli hammering on the EVP's locker room door. The Bucks answer like, "Hey, Claudio, good buddy, good to see you," but he has no time for their false pleasantries. Claudio wants another shot at Kazuchika Okada. They went to a draw in Cardiff, and Castagnoli wants another shot at the Continental Championship tonight. But as he's arguing with the Bucks, here comes Okada from behind with, I've put with a fire extinguisher to the back of the head.
I was just holding my hands like this. People say keep your hands above table in these videos because I always have a tendency to put my hands on my legs, and therefore people think I am rubbing my knees, which I'm not. I'm just got my hands on my legs.
Okada from behind with a fire extinguisher to the back of the head.
Bad boy.
Not enough fire extinguishers these days in wrestling. Okada says he's heading to the ring right now to make an open challenge. So if Claudio can make it there before anyone else, he'll get his title shot. But Okada has a feeling that now that won't be so easy because he's just knocked him out with a fire extinguisher. Claudio is already unconscious, but just to make sure, the Bucks drag him in their locker room and lock him in and block the door with a production crate. Okada says, "See you next time, bitch," because that's what he does, and he heads to the ring. Okada heads to the ring with the title belt and lays out the open challenge. If no one gets here before the count of 10, then he'll keep the belt. The ref starts to count slowly. Okada interrupts him and takes over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he's interrupted by a voice over the speakers. I am the learning tree. Hey, guys. It's Chris Jericho who comes out on the stage. Everyone knows that if anyone deserves a shot at the Continental Championship tonight, it's me, Chris Jericho. I don't have a title anymore after Wembley Stadium, and that's just not best for business. Besides, I was the man who fought Kenny Omega in the Tokyo Dome and inspired the very creation of AEW. So if anyone knows a thing or two about facing top Japanese wrestlers, it's me. Thanks, guys. He starts to walk towards the ring, but a man in a balaclava walks out on stage behind Jericho and just nudges him with his shoulder as he passes by, and Jericho tumbles off the stage through a pair of tables below. It's quite hilarious.
Wow. I like it.
Little nudge, and
good.
off he goes. The balaclava man gets in the ring and unmasks in front of a confused Okada to reveal his identity, and it's Samoa Joe.
Oh, going back there.
Oh, yeah. The pair proceed to have their first ever match, but then when I check Cage Match, it's actually their second ever match.
Oh, really?
The first one was in 2010 in Jersey All Pro Wrestling, and Joe won in 6 minutes. Wow. This time, I think I was going to suggest a draw, but we've just had a draw with Okada.
Yeah.
I don't want Okada to lose his belt right now. But
Shenanigans, eh?
No, I want them. I don't know. I just want them to have a ding dong battle. It's a bit of a dream match. I didn't really write the result down, but I guess Okada should retain at this point.
Joe Okada's a big yes from me. That is something that I wasn't expecting you where you were going to go, but I like the outcome right there. So it's a yes from me. I like that quite a bit.
It was going to be a no when I heard I am the learning tree.
Of
But I
course.
like the way it was whizzle-wazzled around, and Jericho ate some.
Yeah, and Joe's still out at the minute. I think he's recording that
Twisted Metal, yeah.
that car thing.
Yes, it's a car thing.
Is that where he plays a clown?
Yes, he plays Sweet Tooth the Clown.
I thought you'd already done
rides
something
around. Yeah, but it's the second season.
All right.
So he's never really had his revenge on Jericho. Jericho took him out.
Yep.
And I don't want that revenge to be a long feud, which I worry it would be. So I've just had him nudge him off the stage through some tables instead.
I like that.
Ross.
I'm going to go to the main event between Bryan Danielson and Jack Perry. And here's what I would really like to see happen at the end of the match. I want to see Bryan Danielson win a subdued affair that feels like the main event of a Dynamite rather than the main event of a pay-per-view.
What's going on?
This result brings out the Young Bucks, those dastardly EVPs, who make it known that when Danielson got the pinfall off the Boo Psycho knee, the very end of Perry's hair was actually under the bottom rope, which means there is a rope break and this match will restart now. Danielson, the psychopath, starts laughing, and after another 5 to 7 minutes of action, he manages to get the win with the label lock once again. This brings out the Young Bucks, who make it known that in AEW, in this match only, on this night, tonight, the only night, it's actually 10 taps on the mat for an official tap out, and Perry only did it 8 times, so the match will restart right now once more. Danielson laughs and wins once again after a bit more back and forth, which brings out the Bucks, and the crowd in unison say, "Oh no, not again. Oh no, not again.
Oh no, not again.
Oh no, not again. Oh no, not again." Just as Matthew Jackson brings the microphone towards his little chipmunk face, the lights in the arena, they go out. And when they come back up, a hooded figure is stood facing the Bucks at the top of the ramp, but we can't see the front of the hooded figure because the camera is being shot sort of diagonal behind. So we see the Bucks' look of horror and just this hooded figure stood in front of them. All of a sudden, the masked figure starts punching the Bucks in a way that we've only seen from Scrappy Doo, in the history of media and all of mankind. In the ring, John Moxley and Marina Shafir have arrived, and they see off Perry as the hooded figure continues throwing hands at a fair rate of knots towards the Bucks' faces. I need to cough, hang on. I cleared it. We're
Kind
good
of a
now.
James Brown.
With both Bucks battered on the floor at the top of the ramp, the hooded person heads to the ring. Moxley grabs the mic and says, I told you, this isn't your company anymore. And as he says anymore, the hood comes off the mystery person, but very slowly because there's so much sweat making the wool stick to his forehead.
Oh, he's
And
done it.
we see this electric pink skill, a bulbous head, wetness, just a glistening forehead, and it's Shane McMahon. It's really what I want to happen. We're off to the races with the Elite and whatever the hell we call this threesome, plus a probable couple more of additions and shoot fighter form.
Shoot fighter, yeah.
The storyline going forward. Could this involve Danielson? No, but we'll tease that it might do. Tune in next week, please.
Oh, no.
I think there's legs, right?
I'm gonna.
Only in the Elite versus Shane McMahon and whatever he has with him. But that's it.
Who do we support?
Well, I guess
Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wrestling. I'm gonna say, and Jack's gonna be mad at me.
Oh.
I'm gonna say yes because of just the curiosity of Shane McMahon within the.
And we're not
company.
cats, are we?
And we're not cats.
Yeah, so we would have no fear of death.
Exactly.
What's
I don't
that?
know where that.
The curiosity.
Oh, the curiosity.
kill the cat,
I thought you
yeah,
meant
yeah.
set them amongst the pigeons.
That was
That
as well, yeah.
Why not set the cat amongst the pigeons?
Yeah. Well, it's a no from me, but
I've got 2 no's. I can't believe it.
believe. But I can't believe it.
Believe it.
Well, you've done a Brummy one there, but when me and Ross do it, especially Ross, it's a Macam or Sunderland.
Believe it.
Believe it.
Where's K's? Are these K's?
Wise K's are these
Like
K's?
Steve Bruce has just become the manager of Blackpool.
Steve
Can
Bruce.
it believe it?
Can't believe it.
Yeah, it's a no for me, but I understand why people would give it a yes.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the intrigue, isn't it?
I never want to personally see Shane McMahon in AEW. I think
You're
that'll
going
be-
to.
What's your personal opinion on it? Do you want to see it happen?
I think there's legs in an Elite versus Shane McMahon control of AEW storyline.
There actually
is.
yeah.
But outside of that, nothing at all because he doesn't fit the mantra. The Kavolka of AEW is not Shane McMahon.
No.
But I would be intrigued to see what he would do for a couple of months here and there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've not got 2 no's. You've got a mid, like
Yeah,
a
give
yes
it-
and
I give it
no,
a yes.
Half,
2
yeah.
yeses and a no.
I'll
You've
take
covered
it.
the whole spectrum
Yeah.
today.
It's not been the most glorious video, I'll tell.
It's been bloody entertaining, though, let me tell you. I've enjoyed them very much. They've been really good.
Aw.
Should I give you
Lovely, that,
this
isn't it?
final one, which I guess
really
is sort
wholesome.
of in line with Jack's in the an additional match?
Okay.
Nimrod. We get an FDR versus Grizzled Young Veterans tag match on the
Oh,
card
yeah.
to determine who will be the next challengers for the AEW World Tag Team titles. The GYV pick up the win after the match. The GYV pick up the win, and after the match, they put the Young Bucks on notice. Out come the EVPs and Okada. The Young Bucks get in the ring and congratulate Gibson and Drake on their win, but they come with a proposition. In fact, it's something better than a tag team title match, they say. They present to the GYV 2 high-money AEW contracts on the condition that they take these, and in return for the EVP's generosity, they forget about any measly tag team title match. The GYV, they contemplate for a brief moment, but no, Gibson says they better grit their teeth, mate, because they're coming for those championships. The Young Bucks had a feeling that this might be the case, so instead, they throw the GYV a super kick party. And with them both down on the canvas, the Bucks declare that the GYV will get absolutely nothing, no title match, no contracts. So it's time they personally made sure they never make it back to their company again. The Bucks hoist Gibson up to his knees and hit an EVP trigger, whilst Okada picks up Drake and gets him into position for the Rainmaker when... Here comes interim EVP. Here comes interim EVP Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels says that whilst he might not have been a fan of the GYV's actions towards FTR lately, they won their match fair and square, so the Bucks will put their titles on the line against them at a later date. And speaking of putting titles on the line, Okada, you look like you're prepared to wrestle right now, and I have a man queued up and eager to run it back with you. Right bloody now! And then it's Claudio Castagnoli, and then we get the rematch between the two.
So 2 extra matches.
One gets announced for later. The GYV and FDR one. Why not? That is it.
You haven't
isn't
both
it?
on all out.
Yes, but then the tag team title match that the GYV win is at a later.
Sorry,
date.
GYV FTR
Apologies.
is the
Yes,
match.
Yes.
And Okada Claudio.
Yeah.
That one's like an impromptu right now.
Yes,
Got
yeah.
you. I like it. It's very sensible.
Sensible.
Very sensible. The only two things I don't like about it are both things that are actually already ingrained in AEW, so it's not you.
Okay.
It's just the way. I don't like grit your teeth.
I'm
what
not
they
a
say,
fan.
don't they?
They say it
Grit
too much.
your
It's really
teeth.
butch. It's really Pete Dunne, like really NXT Pete Dunne. Figured it out. Grit your teeth.
I'm done.
We're all British.
I'm Pete done.
Yeah.
That was a good one from you.
Grit your teeth, lad. And I think a lot of these British wrestlers need to take a leaf out of Pretty Deadly's book and just make themselves. It's fine not to be a hard man.
Yeah.
It's fine not to be. Your gimmicks are really hard.
But I think Americans all think that we fight in pubs on a Friday
Yeah,
night.
they
Even
do.
us.
Yeah. And the second thing I don't like, which again isn't your fault,
Yeah.
is the whole Tony Khan Bucks, who runs the show,
Yeah.
undoing
Yeah.
each other's decisions. Daniels gets involved in that. But they've established that now as a trope, so I'm fine that you ran with it. It's a yes from me.
Thank you.
Yes, for me as well.
Oh, thank you.
But just take out the GYT.
Okay. The GY. Oh, the grit your teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Your
good.
They just
No,
say it
it's
too
not
much. They say it
good.
too much.
They've said it. They said it in a video package last week on Dynamite, which then segued into them getting interviewed
It
when they
does-
said the same thing.
It does feel unnatural, doesn't it?
I liked them when I liked Zach Gibson when he was
Quiet.
like a whiner. No, when
Oh.
he was like a pantomime villain, and then he'd get his comeuppance. He was a bit of a not like Christian Cage because he wouldn't say as horrible things,
Yeah.
but he was like he'd draw the ire of everybody. He really helped. He really harnessed the rest of the country's disdain for Liverpool. Oh God, I shouldn't have.
They bring it on themselves.
Glad Owen's not in the room. My last pitch is Ospreay versus Park. Shimminim nim, shimminim nim. Oh, shimminim nim, shimminim
I thought
nim.
you were saying the wrestler's name there.
Shimminim nim.
Yeah.
Oh, shimminim nim, nim nim. Elevator
Hey.
versus Park, whose theme I can't think of off the top of my head.
It's the whizzly wazzly synth one, isn't it? You get your dance on.
Out of your
Oh,
mind.
I'm out of me heat, man.
Like Born Slippy, sort of like.
No.
Oh, right,
It's more
okay.
dubstep,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, right.
Hoover synths. They've got like Hoover.
Hoover
they call them
synth.
because they sound like a Hoover.
Like the,
Like, I
like the
well, I can't
Skrillex-y
do-
sounding. Oh,
Like a Hoover.
ah.
What Hoover are you using that sounds like that? I don't know.
Henry.
Oh,
Oh.
why don't Hoovers play music while you use them? I'm going on Dragon's Den.
Oh.
Big special ring announcements for this match, which remember is because it's the title match. It's for the AEW, again, International, once again, Championship. The crowd are hyped for this dream match, you might call it, but just before the bell rings, the Bucks music hits and they interrupt with microphones. Whoa, 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 they say. This might have been a match everyone was really looking forward to, and we understand everyone's very excited to see Ben versus Billy.
Oh, you can't do that.
Sorry.
Ben Slatley and his wife, I can't even say it. His wife, Natalie.
Yeah,
Wait.
lovely name.
Really?
Natalie Slatley or Natalie Satterley, one of the two.
That's amazing.
It's fantastic.
But we thought as EVPs it was more important that we take this time to hold an officially sanctioned pep rally for our friend Jack Perry as he heads into the main event match against Bryan Danielson. We're sure everybody understands. And don't worry, we wouldn't cancel Ospreay versus Pac or anything like that. This match will still take place next week on Dynamite. Everyone's like, oh, the crowd are rabid. They're like, no, don't take away my flips. Felt my throat. The crowd boos, of course, everyone is angry. One of the Bucks continues, so join us in a unanimous show of support for Jack Perry in tonight's main event, and he's cut off by a super kick from Ospreay. Super kick to the other Buck as well, and they get sent out of the ring. Ospreay tears off his ring jacket. He's ready to go. Pac is fired up as well, and the referee calls for the bell. The match gets underway. Overall, it's a thrilling encounter and super exciting. The Bucks head to the back once they've recovered and the match is going on, but they emerge again towards the end, angry with chairs, looking to get revenge. Ospreay's on the top and is setting up for... Ospreay is on top. He's winning the match. And is setting up for the hidden blade. But he notices them coming down the ramp and he goes, "Oh, ref, they will ruin the match." The ref leans over the ropes to argue with the Bucks, and Ospreay turns into a blatant kick from the balls from Pac. Kick to the balls from Pac, the bastard. This is the turning point of the match, and despite a few more spirited kickouts from Ospreay, he passes out in the brutalizer, and Pac wins the international title. Pac leaves, now a double champion, of course, and Ospreay is attacked in the ring by the Bucks. They get ready to Pillmanize his leg, but pew! Here comes Ricochet to save the day. He clears the ring and stands shoulder to shoulder with Will, and this leads to an Ospreay-Ricochet tag team, and eventual tag title match where they beat the Bucks at a future pay-per-view. They hold the belts for a while, but then eventually you can have them turn on each other after losing them, and then they can have the match. They've had loads in the past, but the long-awaited rematch between the two.
I like that the match has been delayed, and it's a suitable road to get us there to that match.
Thank you.
It's a yes.
Yes.
It's a yes from me. I would. I like I really like the idea of the Will Ospreay and Ricochet tag team.
I know. I was like, oh, they've been friendly to each other, haven't they?
Yeah.
But then Pac came out and ruined it. But I assume that's like we're friends, but we want to wrestle
Well,
each
you
other.
want to wrestle,
Well,
yeah.
like, why don't you be
that's what the
friends and
people
wrestle
want.
against other people?
And it feels nice because I feel like it'd be nice to have a team in there that shakes up the tag division a little bit as well. Something
would
a
the
little bit
name
new.
be?
Oh, Rick Ospreay.
It's Ricochet, bruv.
Yeah. Cagematch.net ratings. No, I can think of one.
Andrews was good.
Yeah.
Rick Ospreay.
Rick Ospreay.
Rick
is-
Ospreay.
Rick
Yeah.
Ospreay.
Thank you.
Um,
Oh God, I thought you'd trap your finger, then you dafty. I thought you'd hurt
I
yourself.
was just using some Ricky spray. Some Ricky spray on the old pits.
oh, man.
I've never seen so much anger in
I
you
know.
before.
I was just worried for you for a second there.
Trevor and Bill.
Trevor and Bill. Trevor and Bill flipping around in a ring that doesn't have Phil because he left to go to the WWE.
Oh, shooting.
God.
Right, God. Wow, that one felt a bit sillier, actually, than usual.
Yeah.
I found with this card, it's another one of those cards where I just want to see the match and I couldn't think of how to make just the match and the prospect of the match any better than just the match.
Yeah, the only one that I'm a bit iffy on is the Jack Perry one, but I feel like they'll find a way to have it to make it subvert expectations.
Yeah,
Surely.
we still got a collision, haven't we, and a dynamite to
Yeah.
go before things.
At the time of recording, we do.
Yeah.
And then we've got all the coverage this weekend that you would expect from us with All Out on the horizon. You've got predictions? No, you're not you.
It's not me,
me.
but I'll be
You've
editing
got
it. 'cause it's him.
Tom had a word. He said he's getting help this time because Tom lost it all in. So I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there with Tom and I don't know what he's doing.
Deary me. That'll be on youtube.com/cultaholic/live when the show's on.
Yeah, on Saturday night.
The predictions will go.
Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't know either until yesterday.
That's good, isn't it? Oh, I like a Saturday pay-per-view.
I can't work out which ones I prefer because obviously it's our job, so we get
Yes.
time back. But if I was just if I just had a job not connected to wrestling, then yes, the Saturday I'd be like, brilliant. I can have a nice sleep on Sunday night instead of staying up.
Yes.
Pitches, predictions, live reactions, and that. I'll be doing what happened at. Anything I've missed off?
That's it.
I think that's the one.
News.
Excellent news and all that sort of stuff. Let us know what you thought of these pitches in the comments section down below, and leave a few pictures of your own. Why not?
Go on.
Why not do it? Thanks to Ross. Thanks to Andrew. Thanks to Joel. behind the
Thank you,
camera.
Joel.
Or
Thank you.
Sesh behind the camera.
Is Sesh going to join in with the ending?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, that's the one.
Did you just say, "Oh baby"?
I think you
Maybe.
did.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I thought you said, oh, baby as well. Like, oh, baby.
Oh,
baby. You know
baby.
it, baby.
Yes, obviously remember that life's a pitch.
And then you die.